Greetings, YouTube! Danny Staten here on the WDan blog. I'm deep in the woods behind Lander Memorial Library on Highway 20 in West Pelzville, South Carolina. I'm on the trail of the Dogman. Earlier, around 5:35 this morning, a young man had a flat tire. Him and some people were on their way to work at a convenience store, I do believe he said. It might have been a restaurant. I think he said it was a restaurant. And on their way to work, they had a flat tire, and they pulled into the library parking lot. While changing the tire, while other people were in the car, he said he saw a large, hairy, primate-like creature behind the library, running from the woods to the building area behind the library. He described it as large and hairy, with a snout like a bear or a wolf. And about 3 miles from here, in that direction there was a Dogman sighting on a river last week. And I investigated that. And I thought, 3 miles away, same goddamn description, maybe I should take my ass out into the woods and do a little investigating. And what I see is giant trees broke down. This one's bent, just bent right the fuck over. You see that, YouTube? It's been bent right over. It is very weird. As you saw in my last video, if you watched it, I found some weird footprints and one gigantic, large, weird footprint that I could not explain. I've been following this trail now for about an hour and 10 minutes, I guess. I did walk around up this way and back and forth and do a little sweep before I continued on, just to make sure I wasn't missing nothing. But I want to save this trail to do it live, because if I do run into something down here, I want to be live. I'm noticing a lot of broke down trees in this forest. I'm noticing a lot of broke down woods. I'm also following a beat down trail through the woods in search of this elusive Dogman Bigfoot creature. And once again, be sure to leave in comments below if you see anything I'm missing. I'm trying to hold the camera steady and to give you wide panoramic sweeps of the forest I'm in at a slow rate so you can watch it really close and tell me. YouTube, I thought I heard steps in the leaves out here while I was doing that little silent panoramic thing. There's the more beat down trail. I wish the leaves were not like a carpet and it wouldn't just be rustled up leaves. I found one place back there where I got a real good footprint. You'll see that on the last video if you watch it. This is a unique place I'm in. If you watch my videos and you know what I'm talking about, Mirkwood, where Bigfoot sightings are, is about roughly 3 miles, 4 miles that way. The river where the Dogman sightings were is roughly 2 miles that way. And my house is roughly 10 miles that way, where I have strange things happen in my backyard. Had my trash stowed recently. I made a video about that. I might put it up. I say stuff like that for a slow day. But I really feel that I am not out here alone in these woods. It's a foreboding feeling. The trail does not go this way. The trail seems to go up that way. I've got off the beaten path. Let's get back on it. So will you too. I'll pick this up when I get up the trail a little bit. Okay, YouTube, I'm up the trail a little bit. I was trying to catch where the sound from the rustling leaves come from. I think it's off in this direction. And I do see some beat down stuff going this way. There's more up there. And that was almost in the track of a footprint. You can see the toes up that way, maybe. But it's just pressed down in the leaves. You have to see it in a certain way to get a glimpse that it may be a footprint there. What do you think, YouTube? Let me know in the comments below. That, even though it's pressed down leaves, it almost looked like a footprint to me. What I do notice is the lack of signs of critters. Once again, whenever I'm in an area where I think something, look at this right here. Can you see that? Big messed up place on the ground. Once I'm in an area like this, I often notice that I see no tracks of deers or wolves or foxes or none of that stuff in the area. Don't even see no dog tracks. All I see is beat down weeds. I don't even see no deer, no squirrels, no possums, no raccoon. And usually when I'm in the woods, I see all kind of stuff like that. Except when I'm in these weird areas like this. Especially after a sighting. It seems like everything in the woods is done left. Because they knew something was there. Hell, except the crickets. There's a very weird mark on the ground right there. I don't know if you can see that right here, YouTube. It almost looks canine or hoofish. I can't tell. That might be a sign of a big deer, maybe. As I move on into the woods, buddy, checking stuff out. Lots of bit down trees. When I finish here, I'll go back into the library. There is a really bad scuffed out area. So something has been through here. The question is what it was that came through here. You can say one thing, YouTube. Daily Dan gives you looks at some of the weirdest places in South Carolina. Some of the deepest, darkest, dankest woods in South Carolina. Some of the strangest things you'll ever see in South Carolina. If nothing else, people like my friend Mandy on Mandy's Houseplant channel loves to watch the trees and the bushes and all the nice greenery I show. So at least our videos have more than one use, I guess. Hopefully somebody gets a little something out of all of them. I no longer hear the sound of something walking in the leaves. I no longer hear nothing, not even a damn bird tweeting. The extent of this investigation has been a couple of weird-looking large tracks on the ground and some indentations I can't explain. They seem to substantiate the witness's testimony. They seem to make me believe him that he did see something. Something that leaves a giant footprint. I found 2 giant footprints, luckily. So, as my friends analyze these videos back later, they'll let me know what they think. I'm sure you'll let me know what you think. As well as my people who actually do the analyzing on the videos. And I think they're going to agree that I did catch some weird large tracks out here. I will say, YouTube, one strange place. Notice the quietness and thickness and darkness of it. Only where the sun beats through the trees in a few spots do you even catch a ray of sunlight lighting it up just a tad. Well, YouTube, I guess I'm going to spend the next hour or so walking around in the woods, following this trail right here, till I figure out how far it goes, and call a ride to come get me. I left my backpack and the water and all that stuff up behind the library. I think I'll journey back down to behind the library back there, a mile or 2, and grab my stuff and then head on out this trail right here through the woods and see what happens. If I see anything or find anything great, I'll start up another video. As always, YouTube, do me that favor and be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for Daily Dan. Small channels need all the support they can get. I do appreciate it. And until next time, have a happy Halloween. Blog over.